The sea speaks. And now, it sings. The 20th century brought something Captain Moreau could never have imagined. Machines that could listen to the ocean. By the 1950s, naval powers around the world were deploying passive sonar, technology capable of detecting sounds across thousands of miles of open water. And it was during this new age of listening that Le Revenant returned, not in sight, but in sound. In 1968, a French research vessel, the Jean Charcot, was conducting sonar tests in the central Atlantic, near the very coordinates described in the Bellet expedition reports of 1727. They weren't looking for ghosts. They were studying currents. What they found was something else, a sound. Repeated 5 times, always at the same interval, always at the same hour, 4:17 a.m. The recording was logged under code B147. Commander Pierre Lemoine, head of the research crew, described it in his report. A metallic, rhythmic sound, similar to chains striking a hull. Unknown origin. No vessels nearby. Repetition constant for 48 seconds. Attempts to triangulate the source failed. The signal moved, slowly, as if something were gliding beneath the waves. The final coordinates matched, precisely, the area where La Dauphine had vanished 2 centuries earlier. The sound was labeled an anomalous submarine signal and archived. It would remain forgotten for 30 years. In 1998, oceanographer Dr. Philippe Arnaud, an expert in marine acoustics, rediscovered the B147 recording. He described his reaction in an interview. It was not mechanical. It was not seismic. It was not human. It sounded like breathing. A breathing made of water. Arnaud's team compared it to thousands of biological and industrial underwater sounds. Whales, submarines, earthquakes. None matched. The Song of the Atlantic, as it was later called, resonated at a consistent frequency of 5.17 Hz, the same number and the same hour that had haunted reports of Le Revenant for centuries. In 2003, Spanish radio amateurs detected a faint transmission on 12.3 MHz, the same frequency noted in the 1727 Bellet logs. The broadcast lasted less than 20 seconds, but what it carried was unmistakable. A voice, speaking in archaic French. Ici le Revenant. Demande autorisation de retour au port. This is the Revenant, requesting permission to return to port. The French Navy analyzed the recording and dismissed it as interference. But independent researchers noticed something chilling. The voice matched the tone and cadence of Captain René Belleau's speech pattern, preserved in early wax phonographs of his family descendants. Between 2006 and 2012, the French government quietly funded Project ECHO, a joint study by the Institut Français de la Mer and the Musée de la Marine. Its goal? To cross-reference historical maritime data with modern acoustic anomalies in the central Atlantic. Over 6 years, the team recorded hundreds of unexplained sounds, metallic knocks, deep hums, distant voices. But one pattern repeated across every dataset. 5 pulses, 1 pause, silence. A leaked 2015 internal memo included this observation. The signal is constant. Its source does not follow known principles of sound propagation. It does not travel. It appears. Another note added, the waveform of the sound mirrors the rhythm of a human heart in deep sleep. In November 2014, the French submarine La Minerve II conducted training exercises near the coordinates marked by Project ECHO. During its descent, communications failed. Crew members heard the same metallic pulses, 5 beats, followed by a whisper. The commander ordered an immediate ascent, but according to the report, the sounds continued from inside the submarine, even after the systems were powered down. One crewman later testified, "It wasn't in the water. It was inside us. The vibration came from the chest, not the sea." The submarine was quietly decommissioned. No official cause was given. In 2019, a Portuguese fisherman named João Ferreira from the Azores claimed he saw a black ship with no sails near the island of Flores. His story might have been dismissed, if not for an audio recording he captured on his phone, time-stamped 4:17 a.m. The recording contains faint metallic knocks, followed by a whispering voice. Le vent souffle de dedans. The wind blows from within. The same phrase that closed Captain Bellot's final diary. The audio was authenticated for time and location. The sound source could not be traced. Ferreira has refused interviews since. I know what I saw, he said. The sea was breathing. Scientists have offered dozens of hypotheses. Some blame underwater volcanic shifts. Others cite magnetic resonance from abandoned mines. But none can explain why the sound repeats at the same coordinates, the same day, the same hour, April 22nd, 4:17 a.m. In 2021, physicist Jean-Marc Vautrin of the Centre d'Acoustique Marine proposed a different idea. What if we're not hearing the past? What if the sound is the present, echoing back at us? The ocean may be the world's oldest recording device. Perhaps Le Revenant never disappeared. It's simply trapped inside its own echo. In April 2023, exactly 306 years after the disappearance of Le Revenant, the deep-sea probe Argo 12 recorded a new anomaly at 3,400 meters below the surface. For 58 seconds, it captured the same 5 pulses, but followed by something new, a melody, soft, human. When analyzed and sped up tenfold, the tune matched the structure of an 18th-century French sea hymn, La Complainte du Marin. The same song Captain Etienne Moreau was known to sing before departing Saint-Domingue in 1718. Today, the Project Echo files remain classified, but stories persist. Fishermen claim that on still nights, when the sea holds its breath, a low hum rises from the deep, as if the ocean were remembering. A sound, 5 beats, a pause, and then a voice. Ici le Revenant. Demande autorisation de retour au port. Then silence. Only the breathing of the sea, waiting.